There comes a moment in life when nothing feels wrong on the surface, yet everything feels stuck inside. You wake up, you breathe, you move through your day, and somehow, without noticing, you are still waiting. Waiting for the right time, waiting for clarity, waiting to feel ready. You tell yourself it's patience, you call it being careful, you convince yourself that one day everything will line up perfectly. But days pass, weeks fade, and the life you imagined quietly stays untouched. You don't feel lazy, you don't feel broken, you simply feel paused. And that's what makes it dangerous, because waiting doesn't hurt loudly, it doesn't shout, it doesn't collapse your world in a single moment, it slowly steals it in silence. You wake up early, already tired, not from effort, but from carrying thoughts you never act on. You sit at the edge of your bed, staring at nothing, telling yourself, today might be different. But deep down, you've said that sentence many times before. You step into the morning light. The world moves gently around you. People walk, cars pass, the city breathes, and you stand there, watching. Waiting feels responsible. It feels mature. It feels safe. You tell yourself you're just preparing, that you're thinking things through, that rushing would be a mistake. And maybe that was true once, but slowly, without realizing it, preparation becomes avoidance, and caution turns into comfort. You sit with your thoughts, you replay possibilities, you imagine outcomes. You see yourself starting and failing, starting and being judged, starting and realizing you weren't enough. So, you wait. You watch others move forward, not because they are braver, but because they stopped waiting for certainty. You tell yourself they are lucky, that they had better timing, better support, better confidence. But the truth is quieter than that. They moved while afraid, and you stayed because fear learned how to sound reasonable. Fear doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers logic. It's not the right moment. You need more time. You should be sure first. And those words feel intelligent. They feel wise. Until years pass and nothing changes. One day you notice it, not all at once, not dramatically, just a quiet realization. You are still standing in the same place with better excuses. That's when it hurts. Not because you failed, but because you never truly tried. You sit alone somewhere familiar, a park bench, a quiet room, a street you've walked 1,000 times. And for the first time, you ask yourself a difficult question. What am I really waiting for? You search for answers, you look for reasons, but all you find is fear wearing patience as a disguise. Fear of being seen, fear of being wrong, fear of discovering that the life you imagined might demand more from you than you're comfortable giving. So you stayed still, because stillness felt safer than disappointment. But here is the truth no one tells you gently. Clarity does not come before movement, it comes because of it. Confidence is not the starting point, it is the result. No one ever feels fully ready, they simply decide to move while uncertain. You realize something important in that quiet moment. Waiting was never wisdom, it was protection. Protection from judgment, protection from failure, protection from discomfort. But it also protected you from growth, from learning, from becoming. And suddenly, waiting no longer feels peaceful, it feels heavy. You think about all the moments you postponed, all the ideas you delayed, all the versions of yourself you kept locked behind someday. And for the first time, you don't feel anger, you feel clarity. You understand now. You weren't waiting for the right time, you were waiting to feel safe. But safety never creates a life worth remembering. Movement does. So you start small, not loudly, not dramatically. You take one step, imperfect, uncertain, real. You don't feel fearless, you feel honest, and that is enough. As you move, something changes inside you. Not immediately, not magically, but slowly. The weight in your chest loosens, your thoughts quiet down, your breath feels lighter. Because action breaks the illusion that fear creates. You realize you were never stuck. You were paused by your own caution. And now you are moving. Not because everything is clear, not because the fear is gone, but because you finally understand this. Waiting does not protect your future. It only delays your life. And the moment you stop waiting is the moment your life begins again.